Our first women's basketball coach today is an alum of Wheeling Jesuit. It's in her third season as head coach of Notre Dame College, where she's 29 and 25. Please welcome Notre Dame head coach Katie Hine.
Thank you, and thank you, Commissioner Amos, for having us today. It's certainly nice to be a part of affiliated with the league. We've been independent for the last couple of years, and I can tell you that a lot of people would probably complain about the travel to West Virginia from Cleveland, but to actually have some consistency and to know where we're going and to travel with our men's team, it's a nice thing to be a part of again. We are coming off of a 13-13 season last year, graduating 3 seniors. One was a top 30 scorer in the nation in Lauren Macer. She will be tough to replace, but I definitely do think that the 5 seniors that we have coming back and the two other impact players that are not seniors will definitely be a big part of our program this year. We will be returning Martha Nagby. She had a season-ending injury at the end of her freshman year. She's a redshirt sophomore. She was Tabco Freshman of the Year in the nation for D2 Independent 2 seasons ago, so we're lucky to have her back, and we're excited to see her on the floor. And also junior Molly Ritz averaged nearly a double-double last year for us in the post. So having those factors and having our seniors back, we're definitely excited to be a part of the Mountain East. I'm very familiar with the teams that are part of the conference, being a part of the Old Wiviac, and it'll be nice to see some familiar faces again. I can see these 3 guys right here playing and coaching against them, years ago, and then some new faces as well. So to see where we would measure up, if you were to ask me today, I really couldn't tell you. Because a lot of their programs have changed as far as personnel goes since I've been in the Old Wiviac. So just excited to be here, and our first game isn't until November 19th, so we still have a ways to go with practice, and we're really excited for the season to start. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Hine. Our next coach is in her 3rd season at Wheeling Jesuit. Please welcome to the podium, Debbie Buff.
Thank you. It's always exciting to start the new year, and I think at Wheeling Jesuit, in my 2nd recruiting class, we finally have some of the pieces that we've been missing. Last year we won 8 games, but our average point loss was by 6 points per game, which is just a matter of a couple of possessions. So we're really excited. We have Bree Butler here. She was on the all-freshman team last year. And what a difference from freshman year to sophomore year already that I see in her, just really developing her complete game. Our tri-captains, we have Alex Anderson, who's a senior, Tanika Lewis will be a senior, and Emily Robinson, a junior captain. It's her 3rd year as a captain. She was on the all-freshman team her 1st year. But what I really like about this team is that we have 12 players that all compete every day, and it's something that we haven't had in the first 2 years that we've had here. Our ability to go inside this year, we haven't had that. So our guard player inside-outside game is going to be better. I'm really challenging our team to play better defense than we played last year, because I think we can score the basketball. So again, 70% of our roster are freshmen and sophomores, but that's something that we don't discuss at all. I think 3 of our freshmen might end up starting for us as the season progresses when they start to learn the system. But again, we're really, really excited. They're good kids. They worked very hard in preseason. And it just seems to really that the leadership has been outstanding this year, having the tri-captains. So again, we know the conference is going to be really tough from top to bottom. It's going to be competitive day in and day out. And my belief is that with this group that we have and their eagerness to get better and develop as players, we can compete with anyone in the conference on a given night. So again, we're trying to focus on up-tempo, focus on defense this year, leadership, and the ability to go outside, inside. But again, we wish everyone the very best of luck on the women's side, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Our next coach in his 1st season at Urbana, but has head coaching experience at Trinity International University and Missouri Baptist. Please welcome Urbana coach Danny Wingate.
Thank you very much for being here, and again, just to echo, thank you for hosting this. And Urbana, we're really excited. Just like Tanya said, the drive is, as our men's coach said, the scenery is great. On the way out, the hours are a little lagging, but like I said, it's great to be in a conference. We were independent for a while as well at Urbana, but excited to finally be a part of a conference and the consistency. We have 4 non-conference games coming into the conference season. We have Cedarville, at Edinboro, and then at Aiken. And Aiken and Edinboro are nationally ranked, so that'll be good tests for us early. And that's going to prepare us well for a competitive conference. It would actually crush our spirits early, so I have no clue how it's going to play out. But we have 16 girls on our roster this year, and we have 8 returners from last year's squad and then 8 new girls. And so our thing is everything is new for us this year, from new coaching staff, new conference, new players, and everything is brand new. So every day for us is a brand new day. Just like the coaches previously before me, they've got their leadership and they've got their team, and they're building off of years past, and we don't have that. Everything is brand new for us. So it's exciting and challenging all in the same for us. But there's learning steps along the way. We return 2 key players, senior Devania Johnson and Kate Francisco is a Division I transfer. This is their 2nd year at Urbana, and we'll rely on them heavily on points, and then hopefully our defense with a little bit of depth will help us as well. But like I said, it's an extremely competitive conference. We're looking forward to getting into it and see where we match up. But like I said, it'll be a challenge for us just with the whole newness of everything for us and the staff and the players. And again, our key word this year is just buy-in and trying to get those girls just to buy into everything we're doing as we head into the new conference. Thank you very much.
Next coach is in her 3rd season at West Virginia Wesleyan. Please welcome head coach Jackie DeMint.
Good morning, everyone. I'm just happy to be here, taking part of this media day. What I have to say about our team, last year, we want to improve upon what we did last year. We were 9-18. We were pretty young, but this year we even have bigger shoes to fill because we've lost 4 of our 5 starters, and those were 4 of our top scorers. So we are going to be, right now, looking at practice right now, we have 7 freshmen, 5 sophomores. So we're going to be very young. We don't have any seniors. So right now it's kind of hard to gauge where they're going to be. Right now they come in, they play hard, they compete, but to actually get them out there, we're going to have to see. With the 7 freshmen, we're just going to throw them out there and see what happens. We're hoping that they can step up and get the experience that they need in a short time. So we're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to playing against some of the new teams in the conference. It's going to be different. It's going to be challenging. The road trips are going to be a little bit longer, but we're actually looking forward to playing some different teams in the conference. So right now, we're looking to improve upon last year's record of 9-18. We do have a couple juniors that we are hoping will be impact players. And but for the most part, very young and experienced, but we've got about a week and a half to get older and more experienced, I think.
Next coach has 202 career victories, 190 of which have come in Concord, where he's getting ready to start his 13th season. Please welcome Concord head coach Kenny Osborne.
Thank you very much, Travis. Good morning, everyone. The only thing, Katie, when you pointed us 3 right there, it made me feel like I'm over the hill. So I guess maybe that comes with the territory. But again, I thank everybody for coming this morning. I know it's tough on Monday morning to get up and get going. At Concord, we're definitely trying to improve off last year. Basically, we're trying to forget it. We were not a very good team last year. And some of it due to injury. We're trying to get back to where we was at 2 years ago with 22 wins and that type of thing. Leading our way this year will be 2 of our older players. Got Sissy Wagner with me here this morning. Last year, Sissy led the country in assist turnover ratio. And we want to be good. I think I have a good point guard, and I think she's one of the best in the league. Again, she takes care of the ball. She doesn't turn it over. She can also score. Also almost like picking up a new recruit. People West Virginia Conference. Remember Andrea Bertrand. She only played 4 games last year to an injury. We have her back with 2 years left to go. So again, that's like picking up a junior college kid right now. And one of the things I think we've got to do to be better. Rachel Archer and Jackman Kestner have got to be more consistent. they can't have 21 night and 4 the next. I ask them just to be more consistent. So if we get consistent play out of Kestner and Archer, I think we can have a chance to be a lot better in that situation there. As far as new people who want to help us, I think a post player, Sarah Wetter from down in North Carolina, 6'2" kid, will eventually be our post player when it's all said and done. And I think a junior college kid, and that's odd for our program to take a junior college kid, but we had to do it, was Malia Smith. She's been a little banged up here in the preseason, but hopefully she'll be straight and get ready to go. We go to Lincoln Memorial on the 13th of November. So again, I think that'll be the core of our team. And like I said, we just tried to forget last year. And this year right now we have good team chemistry, which we did not have last year. Things are going much smoother, which makes me a lot easier to be around. I haven't said as many 4-letter words. That's my vocabulary there. But I'm looking forward to the Mountain East Conference. Again, see a lot of old faces. I told Sissy coming in, it's one of the neat things about basketball in our part of the country. We can still be friends and still, go try to beat each other every night. But again, thank you for coming, and I look forward to the season.
The next coach is starting his second season at West Virginia State, where last year he coached the team to a 13-14 record and a winning conference record. Please welcome from West Virginia State, David Smith.
Thank everyone for showing up here this morning. I wish I could stand up here and talk about how we were going to contend for the championship, but maybe someday I'll be able to do that. Today's not the day. We were picked to finish 6th in the league, and I think that's probably pretty accurate, about middle of the pack. We lost a very good player, Jasmine Blanton, our leading scorer. We're going to have to try to replace those points. We have some seniors that are going to have to carry the team while our younger players gain experience and develop. We have our point guards back, India Taste, Jordan Brock, a senior's back. Excuse me. Asia Greenlee, who started last year, is back. Janelle Williams, who was a starter until she went down with a knee injury in late December and missed the rest of the year, is back. And we have a junior college, she's a junior college All-American that played in Division II last year and transferred in, Lexi Carson. And we had a scrimmage yesterday at Clarion, and she was our leading scorer. She had 27. So hopefully she's the one that's going to replace Jasmine's points. And if that happens, then we could be in pretty good shape. A couple of freshmen have done well. Shaylin Schaefer from Nicholas County actually started for us yesterday, and Rachel Ward from George Washington there in Charleston has done a very good job. We're like most, probably 90% of the teams in the country. We're just one injury away from going from the penthouse to the outhouse. If we can keep our top 7, 8 players on the court, catch a couple of breaks, then we have a chance to have a pretty good season. If one of those kids go down, then we're going to struggle with the competition that will be in the conference. So we're just hoping to stay healthy, be able to go out there, put our best product on the floor each night, and compete. Thank you.
Shepherd is picked to finish 5th in the Mountain East Conference preseason poll. The Rams are under the direction of first-year head coach Tony West, who has been a head coach at 2 different stops before coming to Shepherdstown. Please welcome Rams head coach Tony West.
The whole time everyone was talking, I was wondering how I was going to get the mic high enough for my heels. So hopefully this doesn't fall the whole time I'm talking. Thank you for having us. Really excited this year. It is my first year as head coach. I was an assistant 2 years previous, and I'm excited for the group we have. We have a young group. We have small numbers, and majority of them are freshmen. So we're going to look brand new on the floor, but really competitive. They compete every day. They want to come and get better. They have bought in. We're going to look a little bit different, but the foundation that previous head coach Ford put in, we're keeping that. We're just trying to elevate it a little bit, but they come ready to go. I can't tell you who our lead scorers are going to be. Every day they surprise me. Somebody else steps up. We only have one senior, and we're looking for her to lead, but our freshmen, they battle. They want to be on the floor, and they want to produce for us. So it's going to be an exciting year for us. And we just look forward to competing against the seasoned coaches and the seasoned players in this conference. And that's all I have for you. Thank you.
Our next head coach led his team to a 16-13 record in its first season, and his Charleston Golden Eagles are picked to finish 4th in the MAC this year. Please welcome head coach Adam Collins.
I appreciate the media coming out today, the city of Bridgeport, for having us. Exciting seems to be a word everybody's using, so I'll use it as well. It's exciting because I have no idea what's going to occur in 4 days when we play. We're going into my second year. I inherited a bunch of players last year that figured things out by the end of the year, what I expected from them. They took steps forward. We added a good amount of people this year, so we're kind of in the middle stage of old and new. We only have one senior that's expected to get an ample amount of playing time for us. So our real excitement is going forward in the future. But at the current moment, we have a good problem to have in the sense where I think we are 2 players deep at each position, with none of them being any better than the one in front of them or behind them, but also no real standout. Nobody that I think is a first team all conference performer, things of that nature. So depth is a strength. Overall talent may be a little bit of an issue, but we do have some good players, and the returning players worked hard and got better. We've added Leanne Ross and Nicole Perry have become complete players. Both of them got bigger and stronger, and both of them can do more than just shoot now, and that will help in the scoring department. And we added size. We're going to go from probably the smallest team in the league to one of the bigger teams in the league. We've added 3 girls 6'2" or taller. And we're taking Tiani Kelly, our lone senior that will play a lot, moving her from the 5 all the way down to the 3. So last year we did not rebound the ball at all, and we could shoot it. And this year we won't be able to shoot it, but we'll rebound it. So hopefully it'll pan out to be a little bit better. But I appreciate everything. I look forward to the season. I'm not sure the 4th place ranking is accurate, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Our next head coach has had 11 straight winning seasons, led Fairmont State to the NCAA tournament 3 separate occasions, including a bid last year. Fighting Falcons are picked to finish 3rd in the Mountain East Conference this season. Please welcome head coach Steve McDonald.
Thank you, Travis. First, I want to thank the media. It's sometimes difficult to get coverage for women's basketball. And, we always tell recruits, their parents, fans, if you come out and see us play once, you'll come back. And so any coverage you guys give us, we certainly do appreciate. Just keep it up, because I don't think that people in the country realize how good women's basketball is at all levels, and certainly in this new league. And just a thought about the Mountain East. Change is something that comes to all of us. I'm 55 now, and I've experienced a lot of change in the last 5 years. And all of us have to deal with change. This is good change. This is change that, if we embrace it, is good for everyone. And so I think we need to all look forward instead of backwards. I want to welcome Notre Dame and Urbana and Virginia Wise to this new Mountain East, as well as all of the coaches that have been here before. Congratulations to the new coaches that are getting their first shot, certainly in this league. As for our team, we are just simply trying to be relevant. We have a number of good players returning. We have a number of Division I transfers. We think we've got a couple of very good high school freshmen in. But we're just trying to be relevant. I coached on the men's side for a while at Wesleyan and at Fairmont State. And one thing I can tell you now is that I have to work a lot harder in scouting because of the level of coaching that's in front of you. The coaching is tremendous in this league. It was in the old league, and I'm sure it will be in the new league. But again, as far as our team's concerned, I think we got a chance to be pretty darn good. I just don't know when it's going to happen, and we just want to be relevant. All right, thank you.
Our next head coach has been a head coach for only a few weeks. He inherits a team that won 27-4 last year and made it to the NCAA tournament. He's picked to finish second in the Mountain East Conference this season. He was an assistant at Glenville State for 2 seasons, but now holds the top spot. Please welcome new head coach Charles Marshall.
I want to thank the Mountain East for putting this together today, and I'm just honored to be here and supporting Glenville State College and the Lady Pioneers. I want to thank you guys. I brought in Kenya Goodson, which should be this will be her 4th year. Was one key contributor in us winning the conference championship as a freshman. Her knocking down 2 key free throws late. But as far as our team, we have our core coming back, and we're looking to compete and do what we've always done. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that I get to coach this group, and we're ready to rock and roll. Thank you.
And the Mountain East Conference favorite is coached by Lynn Ullum, who has over 450 wins to his credit at West Liberty. He's coached the Hilltoppers to 20 wins in a season on 15 different occasions. Please welcome from West Liberty, Lynn Ullum.
Thank you. I'd like to echo the thoughts of many of my colleagues here. New league. We're all excited about that. We appreciate everyone coming out today. I'm a little mystified. You guys do understand that you weren't voting for our women's team as number 1, right? So we're on the women's side here. I think we're going to have a very competitive team. We did make a decision last week that our rating player of the year and consensus first team All-American Hillary Southworth will redshirt. So she will not participate this year, but she switched majors and has a 5th year, so she'll be back next year. We'll do it by committee this year. I don't think any of these people care that Hillary's not playing. So we don't have any excuses. We're going to suit up and we're going to go out and we're going to play hard. I do have Liz Flowers, a Williamstown native, with us here today, and she'll start at the point, and she is a tremendous leader and athlete. We're going to be a little bit faster and more athletic than many of my previous teams, but we're also the youngest team in the league. We're the smallest team in the league, but our kids will play hard. We'll embrace what we're trying to do, and hopefully we can have a very successful inaugural season in the MEC. But, it's going to be fun, and I'm ready to get it going.